Are you struggling to use measure names and measure values, or you have no idea how to even get started? Well, I'm going to show you how easy it is to do in Tableau. So when we do measure values, you really just have to think of it as a bucket of measures. That's all it is. Now, the advantage of measure values versus just building them individually is really from a formatting perspective, right? Primarily, but you'll see that in a second. So let's go ahead and build a regular visualization. So I'm going to bring in sales into columns. By the way, this data set's available, so you can check the description below. So let's bring in sales. And then I'm going to bring in quantity. And then I'm going to bring in profit. Then I'm going to bring in sales forecast. So I have 4 sets of measures. Now I'm going to split this up with some sort of dimension. Let's use subcategory, like so. And now we have a nice collection of bars. Let's expand this. Now, this is all well and good, but now I want to apply formatting to it. Now, you don't have to do this part, but let me just demonstrate. Say I wanted to add a label to everything. Then I wanted to size them individually. Okay, then I wanted to add color. Here's what I'm going to have to do, right, for the first one. So let's say I'm going to have to do these individually for each one of these measures. So I'm going to have to go sales into color. I have to go sales into label, and then I'm going to adjust the size like so. Then I have to do that on the next one. Quantity in there, quantity in the labels, and then adjust the size. And you can see this is quite laborious, especially if you're like me, a working professional. We're building literally hundreds of these visualizations a week. It's absolutely insane. You haven't got time to do this stuff, right? So this is where measure values really shines, because instead of formatting them individually, you can format the entire bucket. So let me show you how to build that out. I'm going to build a new sheet, and we're going to go and bring in sales, okay, like we did before. And here's where it's different. And here's the easiest way I've seen to create a measure value bucket. I'm going to take the next one, profit. I'll do this very slowly. You want to drop it on the axis, right? And you can see when I hover over that, this new symbol appears, which is like a double ruler. And if I drop that in, what it's done is it's created that bucket for me. This bucket is now controlled visually using this pill right here, the measure value pill. And you want to just think of this as the actual bars themselves. To control the label component of that, it's measure names. So they're kind of dance partners with each other, and you can mix and match them to get different types of behavior. So now what I can do is, instead of dropping profit and quantity and sales forecast in here, I now drop it in here. Okay, so I'm going to go quantity, like so. So now I got quantity in there, and then I also got sales forecast. Okay, and there you have it. So now if I have these as bars, but I actually want it on the top, right? I can switch these. So I can put measure names on the top, right? So like we had before. And we have measure values as the bars. We can bring in subcategory. And now we have what we had before. But the advantage is, if I want to do some formatting, we now have a huge advantage, because I can color them by their individual names. So measure names, which also exists in here, and measure values, which exists down here, right? These fields always exist. I can drop measure names into color. And watch how easy this is. Okay, because I'm formatting the entire bucket. That is doing it by the measure names, essentially this part. Okay, but what if I wanted to do it by its actual value? Okay, so instead of measure names, I can drop measure values into color. And now they're all on a color scale. Okay, that's the beauty of it. Okay, let's go back a step. I'm going to drop measure names into color. So now they're all colored individually. When I apply the sizing, it'll size all of them in one go. Right? You can see there. And if I want to add the value, I can drop measure values into label. Okay, so it's just a different approach. Now, is one better than the other? Definitely not. They are just two sets of functions and capabilities available to you. Because even though measure names looks easy in the way I've demonstrated, there's certain things you can't do. For example, you can't overlap them. You can't do a dual access. You can't compare them directly. Sometimes you will have cases where the measure values, because the way you set it up, they all have to be on the same scale. And if you have a data set that is in percentage and the other that operates in tens of thousands, one looks really flat, one looks really high. So the whole idea of measure names and values versus the individual is you have choices depending on what you're trying to represent. So learning how to do both is absolutely essential as a working professional. I teach all of this on my website, Jellyman Education. The link is in the description below. If you want to learn all of this in a structured course format online. And that's it for this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time.